Welcome back, fellow hedge hoggers. Now, I've been doing a lot of thinking lately about Sonic X Shadow Generation. The upcoming remaster of Sonic Generations that includes a brand new Shadow-focused side campaign. Thinking specifically, as I'm sure many others are at the moment too, about many possible improvements that Sonic Team could make in order to make this, actually the objectively best way to play Sonic Generations. It does really suck though that on PC in particular that the future of the modding scene remains pretty uncertain, because if you're a Sonic fan, you know how massive the Generations modding scene is. Probably the most modded Sonic game on PC, if I had to say. It is unclear if certain mods like the Unleashed project, for example, would ever be ported over to the newer version, as that mod hasn't had an update for ages, but I guess only time will tell. Now, when I think about possible improvements to make upon the original game, there are two categories I'll be discussing and brainstorming in this video. We have the realistic additions / quality of life features, and the more unrealistic wants that might not be able to happen with Sonic Team's limited resources, time, and budget. Features that overall I would not be disappointed or surprised if they didn't actually make it in, but stuff like the quality of life features that I will suggest, they are more likely to get in and probably should at least be considered. Now keep in mind, this is pure absolute speculation. None of the features and additions I talk about today as of time of writing are confirmed or even planned to be a part of Sonic X Shadow. Jesus Christ, could they have picked a worse fucking title name? So until we see, God forbid, an actual proper gameplay, an actual proper extensive gameplay trailer reveal, then temper your expectations. Okay? Good? Alright, with that out of the way, let's go. Multiple save states. This is top priority for me on the small reasonable changes, purely because it makes modding an absolute fucking pain in the base game when you only have one save state. And what if I want to have multiple different playthroughs? I got my first playthrough, my 100% playthrough, and then just a playthrough where I put a fuck ton of mods on. It's just better quality of life overall that way. Because I know for a fact that people are going to bypass the shitty DRM when this game launches. Regardless, I know for a fact that this game is going to be modded on day one, and it will be almost essential for more than one save slot. At least have 3 or 5, reasonable number. Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 have multiple save slots, and those are games made a decade before, at least, Generations. So, I don't get why Generations doesn't have multiple save slots. Won't be that hard. Really fucking easy. Get on top of that shit. Next small reasonable changes is a playable Shadow in the base campaign. Let's just say you unlock him if you, beat his side story. Something like that. It wouldn't be too hard, I imagine. In the background footage you're seeing right now, there's a playable Shadow mod for the base Generations. All I imagine Sonic Team would be able to have to do would just be to model swap Sonic, change the animations, do tweaking so it doesn't bug the fuck out, and yeah, that'd be pretty much it. Oh yeah, and change the voice lines and the boost color, because I like the orange boost color on Shadow, it's really good. And if modders can do it that easily, I'm pretty sure that Sega can do it. Not trying to compare mods and official stuff, not trying to start that whole fucking debate. But yeah, that's literally all that needs to be done, I'd imagine. Next is either muting Sonic's friends in the Time Eater boss completely, or just having an option to turn off their voices. I cannot begin to fucking understate how annoying it is that Sonic's friends keep screaming in your ear whenever there is a very clearly choreographed attack about to hit you. So, I think, for the benefit of everyone's sanity, please add a feature to mute the voices.
Finish it! That looks like a homing shot! Watch it, Sonic!
Anyone who has already played through the game can tell you that this is the worst part of Sonic Generations, by far. Even worse than fucking Planet Wisp Act 2. And I've S-ranked that level, and all the missions. Honestly, comparing those two together is night and day.
Ah!
Next one, simple feature. Add more music tracks, like from, you know, the other Sonic games that are sort of underrepresented. Like, you got Secret Rings, like, add more Secret Rings songs. Hell, some of these music tracks that they add can even be from games that aren't represented at all in Generations. Games that came out after, or games that just didn't get an opportunity to shine in it. Like, more Sonic Rush as well. Oh, more Sonic Rush, more Secret Rings, more Black Knight, yeah. And add in the original versions of the classic Sonic tracks, because I know there's some remixes, and there's also some originals, but like, I do not fuck with the remixes at all in Generations. I don't know why, they just sound really off. Now this might be a bit of a reach, but maybe touch up modern Sonic's model a little bit. I don't really like the fucking weird lips he has in the cutscenes. It's not noticeable at all in the gameplay, because you don't get to see the front of his face a lot in gameplay. But something about the Generations modern Sonic model kind of irks me. I kind of wish that they just kept the Unleashed model and just only, you know, updated it for being ported into this. But if they do end up touching up his model more, please do not shorten his quills. I fucking hate the design choice of shortening his quills. I don't know why when making Frontiers they decided to take the Forces model of all things. They really should have just taken the Unleashed model. I doubt that there are going to be any major touch-ups to Sonic's model though, considering in the gameplay trailer he kind of looks the same. I can't really tell the difference between the models in the base game and in the gameplay trailer for this. Oh yeah, and just touch up classic Sonic's model a little bit as well while you're at it, because, you know, polarity and all that. Yeah. Oh yeah, touch up everyone's models while I'm at it. Some of the models in this game look weird. Blaze in particular stands out to me. Her model feels weird in Generations. I don't know how to put it. But like, if I put an image up on screen of a Generations model, you can kind of maybe see where I'm coming from. It feels like the lighting on her is a bit off, or the texturing. I'm not quite sure. It looks a bit flat for Blaze. This one is very much asking for a lot, but I would love if we for once did not have fucking Denuvo. People for years have explained how Denuvo eats through the performance of games it's in, and is pretty invasive, all things considered, for like anti-tamper tools. And it just hinders everyone and everything. It is a net negative on the part of Sega. I get you don't want to have your games pirated, but stuff like this makes people not want to buy your game. So get that through your head, Sega. It's a hard ass to Sega in particular. I kind of doubt Sonic Team has anything to do with this. I'm sure it's just a corporate decision, but I could be completely wrong. I don't know what the fuck goes into making Sonic games, and I'm not going to pretend to be an expert. But yeah, I would love no Denuvo, but this is a very unreasonable demand, I guess. It won't really fall under the major changes list that's upcoming. So yeah, I thought I'd just chuck it here at the end of my small reasonable changes list. First major change on my agenda is to completely redo the Time Eater boss fight, with maybe an option to play the lesser, shittier version, sort of like Sonic Frontiers Final Horizons free DLC. Oh, I hate this boss fight. It is unfun. The controls are slow, the turning is janky, the dialogue is annoying, but I've already gone on about that. And it's just not fun. It's not climactic enough. The Time Eater has barely any presence throughout the game at all, which I think is more of a story issue rather than a gameplay issue. But still, the final boss fucking sucks. I think if they're gonna, you know, take anything from these major changes I'm asking for, please redo the Time Eater. Next is new stages. This is the most unrealistic one on the list, because I don't know if they have the time, effort, or energy to make brand new modern and classic Sonic stages. I don't even think that Sonic Team is capable of designing levels like from the really good Boost games anymore. Like, as much as I enjoyed Frontiers, all of the Cyberspace levels were just reused layouts from previous Boost games and miscellaneous other games like Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and, you know, porting over the shitty Forces controls for some reason. But purely because we see the Bio-Lizard fight in the Shadow Story trailer, it gives me hope. In the 3DS version of Generations, we had a Bio-Lizard boss fight replacing Perfect Chaos. Now, I'm not saying to port over the 3DS stages. I don't think there's ever a way of making them work in the HD version of Generations without completely redoing them. But, like, you have the soundtracks there, so that's something. I don't know, add Radical Highway or something, even though Sonic never plays Radical Highway, that's a Shadow level. But still, maybe just reuse it for the Shadow Story, I don't know. Next is something I really hope gets in. I think it's finally time that we have a brand new multiplayer mode. And what I think would fit best is a simple race to the goal mode, maybe in the same vein as the speed battles in Sonic Adventure 2 battle, playing as, you know, Sonic or Shadow and Classic Sonic. I don't know, I don't really give a shit about Classic Sonic. I don't even hate Classic Sonic in this game, I just really am fucking sick of seeing him, so I don't have any fucking suggestions for what to do with Classic Sonic in this game. This is probably like a pretty realistic, unrealistic demand, if you want to call it that. Because they've done it before in other games, like a split-screen race mode. I really think it would suit Sonic X Shadow Generations. You know, add a little bit of replayability. You can, you know, have your friend over, bust out the PS5 or whatever. I don't know, is it 8th or 9th gen console? I don't fucking know. Bust out whatever console you got and just, you know, plow through all the modern Sonic stages as Sonic and Shadow. Or, you know, have a janky ass multiplayer version on the PC version, you know, that's gonna not see any support after the first year of this game's development. I'm ranting on enough about the multiplayer and it's not even like officially confirmed to be in the game, so yeah, I really think that a split screen race mode would be such an amazing addition to this game. Last, but certainly not least, this is a feature that I think would just be really nifty and really cute. Have different outfits for Sonic. We had sort of something close to this in Frontiers, but it was very limited. Most of the outfits were, you know, they were pretty good. We had, like, the really good shit, like giving Sonic his soap shoes back, which was awesome. This, I don't know, shitty pair of Timbs and brown gloves that you could only get if you got the Digital Deluxe. The Monster Hunter outfits, which I think are pretty cool looking. And, Christmas and birthday stuff, and that's about it. But what if we took a little bit from the customizable Sonic mod for this game and, you know, give him different outfits that he's worn in different games, like, you know, give him his soap shoes, give him his gem shoes, I love the gem shoes by the way, give him his rider's outfit, fucking whatever. Just, you have so many pieces of Sonic media to pick from for different outfits. So I think you should just take the best parts of the customizable Sonic mod and just make it base game, because it is such a good concept, and it's good at just, you know, replayability. Maybe make it all unlockable by doing certain things, S-ranking certain stages, or beating certain things within certain times. Just do something like that. Something like that would just go a long way to show the attention to detail and the love and care put into this game. Alright, so those were all my demands. None of these are bound to be added to Sonic X Shadow, but it would be very nice to see at least a few of them get added. But yeah, this is all just speculation, and yeah, I just wanted to rant about what I think Sonic X Shadow needs, because it has been on my mind a lot lately. So yeah, enjoy that. I'll leave you all to it. See ya!